As a new or small YouTuber, the idea of an algorithm deciding the fate of your videos and your channel is a pretty daunting thing. How on earth are you supposed to understand the intricacies of an artificial intelligence learning machine? I have some good news for you. It's actually simpler than you might think. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how the YouTube algorithm works and how you can use this to make your videos blow up. What's up guys, I'm Joe Evans here to help you grow your YouTube channel. And the first thing you should know about the YouTube algorithm is that it is a series of group tests. When you post a video, YouTube automatically puts it in front of a small group of people. This group consists of up to 3 different sets of people. 1, your subscribers who have their notifications turned on for your channel. 2, a small selection of the rest of your subscribers, and 3, a small selection of viewers who have similar viewing habits to those viewers who usually watch your videos. The first 2 of these are guaranteed to pretty much everyone, no matter how small or how new your channel is, unless you literally have 0 subscribers. But the third one is dependent on how long you've had your channel. The longer you've had your channel, the more data YouTube will have collected about it, and it will only place your video in front of this third set of people if YouTube has enough data about your channel to know who your ideal viewer is. So how do you know if YouTube has enough data on your channel or not? You can find out by going into your analytics and choosing the audience tab. If you see a load of data displayed here, then YouTube has enough data on you to put your new videos in front of that third set of people. But if this section looks like this, with all of these messages about there not being enough data to display, that means they don't have enough data yet to include that third set of people in the first test. If your channel is one of these channels that YouTube doesn't have enough data about yet, don't worry. All it means is that your channel is either fairly new or you haven't uploaded enough videos yet. You'll probably need to upload around about 30 to 40 videos before this data shows up. If you want to add your own set of people to this first test, then you can do this by sharing your video to Facebook or Reddit. Just make sure that those places that you share your video to are full of people who are likely to enjoy your content. If you share your video to random places like sub for subgroups, this will completely mess up the first test and YouTube will kill your video before it has a chance. Okay, once your video has been put in front of this first group of people, YouTube looks at the amount of people who clicked your thumbnail when it was presented to them. This is called CTR, or click-through rate, and you can see the click-through rate of each of your videos by going to the Reach tab in your analytics. YouTube doesn't disclose exactly what percentage is required to pass that test, but the average CTR is somewhere between 4 to 5%, so if you get higher than this, then that will give you a much better chance of passing that first test. The algorithm then digs a little deeper. It looks at the behaviour of those who did click to watch your video, specifically how much of the video they watched before clicking the back button, closing their tab completely, or clicking on somebody else's video. Did these people watch your video all the way through, or did they get bored just a few minutes in? This is called audience retention, and it can be found in the engagement tab of your analytics. Again, YouTube doesn't tell us what exact percentage is required to pass the test, but the average is around about 50 to 60%, so if you get somewhere higher than this, then that will increase your chances of your video moving on to round 2. It's important to note that longer videos are more likely to have a lower average view duration, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't make longer videos. The algorithm is smart enough to know that it's difficult to keep viewers watching longer videos all the way through, and it will take this into consideration. So, CTR and audience retention are the 2 most important things that the algorithm takes into consideration when deciding if a video moves on to round 2 of testing or not. But there are 3 other factors that play a small role in this decision as well: the amount of comments, the amount of likes, and the answers your viewers give if YouTube surveys them about your video. Once the algorithm has completed this first test, it will make a decision. If it's not happy with the results, it will stop testing, and your video's views will either slow down considerably or will completely grind to a halt. However, if it's happy with the results, it will move your video into test 2. And here's the good thing: there are no new things to learn for test 2. It is practically identical to test 1. The only difference is the size of the test group. YouTube will simply put your video in front of a larger group of people, analyze the same data, and once again make the decision to either move it on to test 3 or to stop testing completely. Every test beyond this is just as identical, with the group size getting larger and larger every time. If you keep passing these tests, then the amount of views you'll be getting from them will allow your video to appear in search results, as long as you have a good title, description, and set of tags. The algorithm will take this new traffic source into consideration for any future tests, and as long as your video continues to deliver similar results, the algorithm will keep testing, and the size of those testing groups will keep getting bigger and bigger indefinitely. indefinitely, or until the algorithm stops seeing the results that it wants to see. So there we go, guys. That is how the YouTube algorithm works. And the best way to ensure that your videos keep passing those tests is to have a great CTR and audience retention. You can find information on how to do both of these things in these videos right here. So make sure to check out my library of videos if you want to improve your numbers. If you found this information helpful, then make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. And if you want to learn how to grow your YouTube channel, then click this playlist right here, because in it I show you everything you need to know about growing a channel from scratch. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you over in this playlist.